Ride to Shire. Oh, so nothing there. Oh. Right. Wait, what? I've already lost track. Why am I going to Huntley? Okay, we'll ride to Huntley then. Because I'm confused as to why it's there. Let's go and find out.
The fields of Huntley spurred fond memories. Here, I'd negotiated my first deal to transport and sell the farmer's wool. Now, the meadows had turned to straw, and the sheep were dead. Soon, we reached Uncle Simon's abandoned hut. Our horses needed rest, so we wanted to leave them there while we looked around on foot. Then, I remembered how Richard had been kicked by the man William had paid to catch us, and the horrible sounds he'd made lying there. Inside the hut, I was startled by a hunched figure hiding in a corner, nibbling on a lump of bread. Upon seeing us, the creature's eyes widened, like those of a frightened animal.
Okay.
I asked him where he got bread in times like these. Was it stolen? No, I got it from the butcher. The people at Sally's quarry told me to ask the butcher, he blurted out, startled by his own voice. Mistaking our interest for greed, he wolfed down the rest of the bread. Before we could ask more, the frightened man jumped up and fled into the forest. The butcher. Was he the one we were looking for? A leader whom the downtrodden trusted and feared? Maybe we could find him at the quarry the man had mentioned.
Okay, to the quarry then. And if this doesn't go anywhere, we'll go to Wiggly.
The abandoned quarry was teeming with activity.
Wasn't abandoned.
Many poor souls were gathering around a fireplace, boiling a stew from meat and turnips. It was plain to see that these people weren't held together by blood or profession, but by hunger and desperation. And by their numbers, I thought, that could make them quite dangerous. Were these outlaws?
Observe. We'll observe to begin with.
The outlaws were using a moss-covered cave and little huts as shelter. Through the cave entrance, we could see stacked crates of goods, most likely stolen. The outlaws were of varying ages and seemed almost peaceful in their little haven. Suddenly, we were startled by a shout. "Who are you?" a boy demanded with anger in his eyes.
Uh-oh.
All eyes darted towards us. Their reactions were as varied as their faces. Some looked afraid, curious, and confused. Others were full of hatred and contempt. "We're not here to hurt you," I explained. "We just want to talk." "Where can I find the butcher?" I asked. Their faces expressed anger and fear. I explained that we were looking for food. They told us that the butcher was still in Monksfield, but that meat would come every couple of days. I said that wouldn't be a problem, not knowing what they meant. It looked like our path would lead us back to Monksfield.
Okay, Monksfield. Return to Monksfield to ask about the butcher. What do you mean return? Oh dear. So I could go to the Raiders. No, right. Well, we'll go where we've actually got a solid lead with Monksfield. Oh, this is where we're returning to. Talk to him.
Thank you for giving me and my friend shelter the other day.
Weather's fine now, so what do you want this time?
I'll ask about the meat to begin with.
Someone told us they got meat in Monksfield.
Oh dear, I hope you didn't come empty-handed. Only if you bring me an animal, then I can prepare it for you. A horse, maybe?
So this is horse meat? Where would you find a horse in times like these?
Do people call you the butcher then?
There is much truth in your words, but
Why'd you ask? What do you want?
Do you have a lot of outlaws passing by?
You don't see it in their faces, dear. But we all have been failed by the law and our leaders. Don't you agree?
I asked because we feel the same way. And we're looking for a way to make things right again.
Is that so?
We're looking to build an army to invade Earl's castle and kill Earl William Hamley.
Oh my. If it was that easy, someone would have done that a long time ago. The poor souls I meet, they're just simple people. They're not an army.
Lead them, encourage her.
One of their own should lead them. Like you. You seem to take great care of your people.
In their condition, most of them can barely kill a chicken, let alone a man. These people are mothers, fathers, hard workers, yes, but they are not soldiers.
Right. She speaks true.
It is the best chance we have. This is a battle for the sake of the people of Shiring, for all of us.
It's rubbish. It's what it is.
We are offering you a chance to rid the land of Hamley, to fight for your freedom.
To be ruled by us.
Last time I saw you, you showed kindness toward that young woman who was with you. I am willing to listen to a good soul, but I won't help you blindly.
That woman that was here, that you helped, that was Hamley's wife. His wife, my God. How stupid do you think we are?
Right. It's a trap.
Well, how can these people put their life at risk if they do not trust you? You are not like us.
Yeah.
I know.
Stress that you would fight without them. You or Paul wants to. Fight without them is... Well, we probably... I don't know if we'd be able to. But with Paul wants...
Oh, I know what it's like to live in poverty.
And just like you, we had William Hamley to thank for it.
But I also know that if one fights the right battles, that things can change for the better.
But they're starving, my child. They are weakened by poverty, hunger, and illness. Who are you to think you can face William Hamley?
Yeah.
You. Who do you think you are?
You're the rightful... No, our father... Yeah, it's like, we're the rightful heirs. Like, they don't care about the law. No, father was a just earl.
We are the children of Bartholomew, Earl of Shiring.
Our father once ruled with a firm but benevolent hand. You must remember how good you had it.
Well, better than now, but that's easy.
He did have guts, though, trying to take on Stephen.
So, you are his daughter and son, you say?
Yes, all we know we learned from him.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if we work together, Hamley is too powerful.
You ask us to sacrifice our lives for your noble cause, these people will die.
You'll make the same circus. No, mention Philip's port.
We already have Kingsbridge on our side, including the bright mind of Prior Philip.
Oh, Philip of Kingsbridge. I have heard of him. A wise man, yes.
He took in the survivors of Hamley's raid of Earl's Castle.
Yes, and I was one of them.
He wouldn't let anybody go into certain death. Their plan must be a good plan.
That's an interesting
Yeah.
line of logic.
She does. I said it before. We all have lost everything except for our lives. We don't fight other people's battles.
But maybe this is our battle too.
Yeah.
My people will decide for themselves. But I will tell them that I believe that it is indeed a battle worth fighting.
I thank you.
I pray that it will be worth it.
We will all pray, and then we fight.
A proper medieval battle then. Gather an army. First outlaws have come to Kingsbridge. Brother Marcus was one of them. Which is, I didn't do that, but I am responsible for that. We found it was Brother Marcus. We have a chance to take back Earl's Castle. Found the leader of the outlaws. Made no promises regarding the safety of the outlaws. But they agreed to fight for me. It's like, I don't think I could do that in all good conscience. Oh, you're all going to survive.
And so, after 17 years, I finally returned to the place I'd once called home.
Chapter 19. The Return to Earl's Castle.
There was a small army of famished outlaws hiding in the surrounding woods, waiting for my signal to attack. Led by my vengeful brother, Richard. But I had to be sure that Elizabeth was safe. The poor girl who in my stead had been doomed to become William Hamley's wife.
Are we going to try and rescue her then? Right, inspect. Oh, I thought this was a map. Originally, the father of Earl Bartholomew ordered to build... the father of Earl Bartholomew ordered to have built a castle a few miles outside the market town of Shiring, which was meant to serve as the seat of the town's earl. That area, including a small village, the surroundings, and the building itself, is now known as Earl's Castle, because it's the Earl's Castle. Quite simple. The castle had mainly served as living quarters for the Earl's family, but its defences have rarely been used. After Earl's Castle had been violently seized by the Hamleys, all other inhabitants were driven from the estate. Nowadays, Earl's Castle is named to be feared. Ever since the Cathedral of Shiring was finished, William Hamley has become more disgruntled. Some believe he lost his faith and only lives to satisfy his own greed and hunger by stealing from starving peasants.
Get in line and stay in line. You'll all get your chance to pay your dues to Lord Hamley, you hear? So no pushing.
Okay.
Why does Lord Hamley need all that food?
Are you all right?
What do you think? Of course I'm all right. I'm more all right than anyone else in this crowd. Just because Lord Hamley insists on women to deliver the tributes, don't mean you have to send your youngest and prettiest. Fools.
Small and dreadful.
Patience, patience. Everyone will get a chance
He
to
has
pay their
more than
dues
enough
to Lord
food
Hamley.
already.
I was thinking about throwing it at him.
Let me pass.
Ha! Wait till it's your turn.
I'm just a shepherd's daughter. I have no business here.
Shut up.
Bloody beggars.
Okay, so that didn't do anything. Is there anything else on this screen? Oh, wow. Well. Uh-oh.
I want to go home.
Oi, you there. Yes, I meant you. That's a pretty face you got there. You're coming with me.
What? Leave her. Take me instead.
Well, whatever. You'll walk to the other side of the yard and talk to Walter. He'll get you settled. And don't you dare stray from the path.
Okay. Isn't that Walter? I don't know.
They say Lord Hamley might lose Shiring soon. What if the next Earl has us all hanged?
Calm down. None of these royals really care about this shithole.
I know those two. They used to fight for father.
Listen in the conversation.
What about Bartholomew's children? There's a lot of bad blood there.
Yes.
Well, the boy used to fight for Stephen, but as far as I know, he ran out of coin. Now he's just a good-for-nothing playing watchman for those monks in Kingsbridge.
And the Lady Aliena?
Don't make me laugh.
Keep on listening, go on.
I think you underestimate her. Some years back I heard she almost cut up a priest in Winchester, put a knife to his throat, and robbed him dry. Oh, she's a fury.
And you're a sissy.
I'll approach them now.
May I interrupt?
What is it?
How can you fight for someone like William Hamley? My father was nothing like that tyrant.
Oh, dear Lord, it's you.
You always sat in your neat little keep playing hostess to his well-off guests, while the poor snuffed it just as they do now.
Well, at least William treats us as his equals, and not like pawns on aboard a nine-men's Morris.
Was my father really such a cruel earl? Was my father really that bad?
Was my father really that bad?
Your mother could have answered that question.
He once told me that she was very unhappy when she died.
And you never wondered why?
She was dying. Well, I'm looking for Lady Elizabeth Hamley. No, my father was a good earl.
My father was a good earl.
Keep on telling yourself that. But that's not our story.
Many knights fighting for him were former outlaws who had nowhere to go anymore. Your father may have given us food and shelter, but it was no better than what you'd give to livestock.
Well, I'm looking for Elizabeth
I'm
Hamley.
looking for Lady Elizabeth Hamley.
She's caring for Lady Regan inside the keep.
But only Lord William and Walter are allowed to go there.
And they'll kill you if they find you there.
So you won't help me?
We've already helped you more than enough by not ratting you out.
Then leave.
Don't tell anyone that you saw me.
We won't, if you promise to leave now.
Well, that's a bit annoying.
Are you done yet?
Almost. Let me just see if I took enough.
It's Hugh Axe. Right, so talk to Elizabeth then.
What are you doing here? You need to leave. Don't come any closer. William has me watched.
What's taking so long?
I forgot the pork. I'll be out shortly. Wait a moment, then follow me. We don't have much time. Hugh will look for me any moment now. So why did you come?
Are you alright?
I'm waiting!
Are you all right?
If they see me with you, they will kill me. Please, you need to leave now.
Well, I'm here because of you.
There's an army of outlaws hiding in the woods waiting for my signal. You need to be out of the way when they come.
But I mustn't leave.
They're very angry at your husband's family, and I want you to be safe.
Will people die?
Avoid a direct answer. Yes. I think, be honest.
Yes, people will die. That's why you have to come with me.
I can't. Not without Lady Regan. You need to save Lady Regan first.
Okay. What do you care about Regan Hamley?
Why do you care about Regan Hamley?
Oi! You still in there?
She and Walter have been the only kind souls here.
Walter?
Walter? William's dog?
Don't call him that. He's not as bad as people say he is. William won't allow me to talk to him anymore. Now Lady Regan is all I have left. Please, you have to promise that she'll be safe.
I can try, but I don't think I can promise.
I can try, but I can't promise.
I won't leave until I know she's safe. I'm sorry.
Okay, right.
Hurry up in there! Or do you want me to come in and pull you out?
I need to go.